jewelry we stole. It was all we stole was jewelry.
You know, like how many homes you burglarized or anything like that?
Just a few, like 4 or 5.
Tonight, a man and woman are in jail accused of breaking into homes in Whitley County. Hear what one of the suspects had to say about the charges.
Police in central Kentucky have identified 2 bodies found inside a home as part of what they're calling a murder-suicide investigation.
There was this pile of signs laying behind the Equinox, and there was a total of 92 of them.
Investigators are trying to figure out who took dozens of road signs from several counties.
This is WKYT News at 5:30.
Good evening to you. Police in southern Kentucky say a couple from North Carolina could be behind a rash of break-ins.
Police arrested Joshua Penland and Brittany Warren last month. Police say they were caught stealing jewelry and other expensive items from homes in Whitley County. Tonight, Penland admits to the charges from jail. Phil Pendleton has more now from Whitley County in our top story at 5:30.
The couple arrested by Kentucky State Police here in London are accused of burglary charges, but police say they're not exactly sure who all their victims are. Joshua Penland and Brittany Warren were arrested after police say they received a vehicle description of those suspected of breaking into numerous homes in Whitley County. Talking to me over the phone from the Whitley County Jail, Penland admitted to the charges.
And while we were up there, we ran out of money, and so we resorted to stealing to get stuff and money, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Penland says he and his pregnant wife were running from the law in North Carolina and came to Kentucky to visit a methadone clinic in Corbin.
That jewelry we stole, it was all we stole was jewelry.
You know, like how many homes you burglarized or anything like that?
Just a few, like 4 or 5.
State police say they recovered a lot of that loot from their car. They say they do not know who it belongs to.
We discovered a bunch of jewelry that we suspect to be stolen. Electronics, laptops, things of that nature.
Penland says they were running from bounty hunters in North Carolina. Say their lack of money led to them targeting homes.
It was just we were making sure no one was home, and then we'd go in. Just the other fact, I'm sorry to the victims, and hopefully we can get this settled and go on with our lives.
And police say that if you believe you were a victim, you're encouraged to call the state police post here in London and give them a detailed description of what was stolen, and they may be able to return that item to you if they have it inside here. In Laurel County, Phil Pendleton, WKYT.
Brittany Warren was also being held in the Whitley County Jail, but police say she was picked up by Virginia police, where she is wanted for criminal activity.
Police have identified 2 people found dead inside a central Kentucky home in a suspected murder-suicide. Our county-by-county coverage at 5:30 begins in Anderson County. The Anderson County News reported that police received calls of possible shots fired in a home just outside of Lawrenceburg. When police arrived, they had to use an explosive device to get inside the house. They found the bodies of Michael Steins of Lawrenceburg and Barbara Ann Lewis of Taylorsville. The coroner says both appear to have died from gunshot wounds. Autopsy reports on both are still pending. In Scott County, the sheriff's office is asking for help tracking down 2 people as part of an ongoing investigation. Deputies say the men in these photos were caught on surveillance video outside Bevins Motor Company on US 25 in Georgetown. They say right now the 2 men are not facing any charges, but deputies would like to talk to them. And in Franklin County, part of Interstate 64 is back open after a crash left a really big mess. It happened this morning in the westbound lane at the 52-mile marker. Deputies say a truck overturned and dumped its load onto the road. The driver was arrested and charged with operating a vehicle under the influence.
Investigators are trying to figure out who stole dozens of road signs from 3 counties. Most of the signs were stolen from Menifee County. As WKYT's Mark Barber tells us, this is both an expensive and a dangerous problem for the counties.
County employees say someone will occasionally damage a road sign, but they say to have this many signs destroyed is highly unusual. They think a group of kids did this as part of some sort of foolish prank.
There was this pile of signs laying behind the Equinox, and there was a total of 92 of them.
Christy Wayman works for the county road department and the dispatch center. When she showed up to work on Monday, she says she found the signs dumped outside the 911 center.
Some of them you couldn't never reuse them.
She says 55 of these signs came from major roads and highways in Menifee County, and the other 37 signs came from Bath County and Rowan County. The road department is now checking to see if they can reuse any damaged signs. They think they will have all the signs back up by Saturday. It costs the county $10 to repair each broken sign. Not only is this an expensive problem, it's also dangerous. Wayman says first responders have already had a hard time responding to calls.
There was an incident where a gentleman, was deer hunting, had fell, and the process of responding to him was minimal because of the road sign being down.
Deputies say they are following up on leads and questioning a person of interest. They have not named any suspects at this time. In Menifee County, Mark Barber, WKYT.
And deputies say when they make an arrest, the suspect or suspects will be charged with criminal mischief and theft by unlawful taking. The rain has finally moved out, which is good news, I think, for a lot of people, but the cold air is moving in.
But we have some warmer temperatures on the way for our weekend. Meteorologist Jim Caldwell is here now with an early check of your forecast.
Now we're at least going to jump back into the upper 40s, low 50s, so very seasonable for this time of year. And the chill that we have out there, not off the charts, but it's certainly one that grabbed your attention if you were outside for any amount of time today. Holding on to a little bit of cloud cover still across northern and northeastern parts of Kentucky, and we still have just a little bit here in the Lexington area. But you folks to our south and southeast, you're doing fine. Plenty of sunshine through better part of the day for you. Now again, you did mix in maybe some decorative cloud cover, but that's really about it. Temperatures have already started to, or have been chilled a little more so under those clouds because they didn't really get a lot of sunshine from Maysville to Mount Sterling or Moorhead, all holding on to the 30s there, 38 and 37, 39 degrees all through that area. Now, where it's clear, the rest of us will begin to chill even more so and we head into the overnight. Look at tomorrow morning's readings, 20s, breaking out all over the place. And I think we'll see a few more to our south and east as well. We get into the daytime hours for you on your Friday, and this is a little taste of recovery mode with temperatures getting close to average, maybe just above it because we should be around 48. We'll be at 49 degrees, and maybe even a few 50s will try to break out here and there. But the overall trend will be a little bit warmer into the weekend. But the activity starts to ramp back up next week. We will track it in just a few minutes.
All right, we will see you then. As Governor Beshear wraps up his last week in office, state leaders are getting ready for Governor-elect Matt Bevin's inauguration. Events will begin Monday night with a private swearing-in ceremony in the Capitol Rotunda. Then Tuesday, there will be several public events, starting with a family worship service at 8 in the morning. The event is open to the public. Organizers say they want to include everyone in this Kentucky tradition.
They leave here with a sense of appreciation for tradition and an appreciation for who Matt Bevin and Janine Hampton and their vision for Kentucky, and that they feel included. We want everyone to feel included in the Commonwealth.
There will also be an invite-only concert later Tuesday night. Well, you might have noticed some changes in gas prices. If you need to fill up your gas tank tonight, several gas stations in Lexington are raising their prices. On Winchester Road, 2 stations are selling a gallon of regular for $1.99. Even with the jump, gas prices are still lower than they were this time last year.
The Christmas spirit of giving is here at WKYT, and our lobby is packed with toys and gifts and items needed by children. It's all part of the mission of hope. Our good question tonight: where are all those toys going, and how are the children selected? For the last 2 days, people dropped off toys and gifts here at WKYT, filled up the lobby, as you can see here. Great sight. In a couple of weeks, all the toys will be delivered to children at 27 elementary schools throughout eastern Kentucky. The Mission of Hope has worked with leaders at these schools for 20 years, and they're picked according to the numbers of free and reduced lunches that are served. Volunteer truck drivers make the deliveries. The toys are then arranged on tables in the school gym, and each child has a volunteer with them, and they're allowed to pick out a toy or two. They get a winter hat and a bag full of hygiene items. In all, it's estimated 18,000 children will be served. And we want to thank all of you out there who helped drop off toys and donated gifts to this effort. To submit a good question, log on to WKYT.com.
Still to come on WKYT, a Lexington nonprofit receives a grant. How they plan to use the money to help people get access to healthy food.
I'm Bill Bryant. The word is rain or shine for next Tuesday's outdoor inauguration of Matt Bevin as governor. And CNN says it won't be paying Donald Trump to appear on a televised debate. The bottom line is ahead.
I'm Victor Puente in Lexington, where the Fayette County coroner says a death that was first classified as a homicide is most likely an overdose. Coming up at 6, you'll hear from them about what led to that confusion.